welcome to your August reading. I'm Princess Cynthia, if you're new. And if you're family, welcome back, my friend. So I'm doing something different. I've never done this before, so we're gonna see how it goes. But it's your love reading nonetheless, but I'm calling it Cross Watchers Only. So that means that the only reason why you would watch this video is not because you're a Leo, it's because you're cross-watching for one. You know what I'm saying? Whatnot, whatever. So we're gonna jump in and see what is going on. So this would solely just be about you guys, person of interest. Whoa. And we have a card that flew out. Well, hello. We have the Emperor. Oh, that's fascinating. Okay, so one thing I can say, Leo, with the person that you guys are interested in, this may potentially be an Aries person, but I would say this person is, what's a nice way to put it? He's kind of, well, he or she, my apologies, but he or she is kind of aloof. I would say, I don't want to go as far as saying like emotionally unavailable, but they're very detached. But the thing that's interesting with this is they more or less, they watch you from afar, which is fascinating. And they also have issues, addiction issues specifically. All right, we have the Strength in the reverse. That's not the Devil card. It's just, that's what I just heard. So it's a level of, okay, well, I mean, this is humans are conundrums. All right. Your person, they have self-restraint when it comes to you, but I feel that that's not really so much from the sense of them not engaging with you. I don't really feel that they're open to you on an emotional level, right? So either this would be somebody that you have a level of distance from, like you guys aren't speaking, but they're like looking at your social media and stuff like that. Or this would be someone, if you're speaking to them, you notice that there's a level of emotional vacancy, you know what I mean? But I feel the purpose for this distance between this person and you is because it's something that they're battling with. So I thought it was interesting because the contrast that I'm seeing is more or less they have self-control enough to hold back from you, yet they don't have self-control enough for whatever it is that they're grappling with. And I would say in the month of August, it's looking like, it's looking like to me that they're kind of losing the battle with this. I mean, not like in a finality kind of way, but they're kind of on the weaker end of what it is that they're grappling with. They don't have control over it is what I mean. So then we have the, do I want to do that like that? I don't want to do that like that. I want to do it like this. Oh, that's fascinating. We have the Empress in the reverse, and then we have the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. So here's the thing. What I'm seeing with this, Leo, is more or less, this person's emotional world, I would have to say at this point, they're emotionally unavailable. I'm not lying. They're not tuned in emotionally. Not saying that the person doesn't have feelings, but it's more or less that nurturing aspect to them. That's not their stilo. They're not really tapped into that. But another thing I want to say with this too, Leo, with the Strength card being here, and seeing this Empress in the reverse here, and then seeing this Seven of Pentacles in the reverse here, because with this card, particularly in this deck, it always speaks to me of like soul ties and karmic-y relationships and things of the sort. And what I would be seeing with this, Leo, is more or less, oh God, this just keeps getting better, is what I was about to say before I heard that, is it's a feeling of disempowerment you feel with this person. It's almost as if you feel like you can't ever win them over because you don't ever know what they're thinking or what they're feeling or what's going on with them. Like there's always like an ocean of distance between the two of you. However, there's this feeling of this tie or this connection to this person, like you're supposed to be together in some way, shape, form, or fashion. You know what I mean? And I feel the biggest thing with this, like the whole reason why you feel a level of disempowered where you may be questioning your level of attractiveness. Am I pretty? Am I smart? Should I gain weight? Should I lose weight? I feel like it provokes a sense of insecurity in you because there's the distance between you and this person, but you don't know why. And it's almost like kind of trying to analyze, like, what's the word for that? It's almost like trying to do an inventory, I guess you will, to try to figure out what one needs to do to fill this gap, and you always end up coming up kind of short. And in the midst of this, it kind of feels like, this is getting real deep. It's almost like you go into like a downward spiral, if you will. And I'm saying Leo, I don't mean Leo. I mean, whoever's watching this, cross watcher. It's almost as if this Leo person makes you feel disempowered, but I feel it's a level of like projection with them because it's almost like that's how they feel, but the way that they're acting externally, like that's how they feel internally. They act the polar opposite of that externally. So they may seem someone who's like mysterious or cold or, what have you, or someone who's super confident or whatever. But the truth of the matter is with this is that this person is very insecure within themselves. And I feel that they kind of suppress their feelings because they don't trust their own feelings. And then on top of that, I feel like they're grappling with a little addiction issues and things of the sort. So I feel for this person as well as for you, they're always in a constant state of evaluating and reevaluating, because I feel with them, it's like a lot of their worth and value ends up coming from who they're with. So they have like this pattern of like idealizing and discarding people. And that is like a little narky, not like narky, like, narcissistic personality disorder, but narky, like meaning like that's kind of a narky kind of trait. You know what I mean? Where this person is trying to build up their self-esteem and their sense of self, and they use who they're with to do that. So it's almost like this vicarious kind of thing going on with that. You know what I mean? So it is, and it's funny, but it is kind of like a mirroring thing that's going on here. You know what I mean? But I feel that in the month of August, it's almost like the two of you are both in this reevaluation stage. It's more or less like thinking, do I want this? Should I keep up with this? You know what I mean? Do I want to keep seeing them? And then I feel on you guys, and it's kind of that same vibe of trying to figure out, like, should you keep trying? Should you give up type of deal? Because I feel it's like that emotional link or the connection or the way that they make you feel. No one really makes you feel like that, or no one has made you feel like that. So that more or less hints to you that, this person is someone special to you in so many words. And they're not your usual type at all, or you're not theirs, with the Page of Wands here, it's a need to dig a little deeper. And I can say this a couple of ways, my cross watcher for this Leo person. I would want to say, but I mean, of course, you can flip-flop it however you see fit. But reading this from this person's perspective, I see for them, you're not the usual type of person that they date. Like you're kind of, uncharted territory, if you will. And I feel that they may use that as a justification for why they say that they're pulling back. But notice they pull back, but they're still interested because they're still concerned what you have going on, which is so strange, But it's like them still being very much concerned with what you're doing. And, holding back from you, not sharing any type of emotion, not really connecting with you, but I feel there's a part of you being different that intrigues them. Like it makes them want to rise to like another level or another way of being. But then there's like a reluctance, because I feel this reluctance is rooted in what they know they have to do in order to be with you, right? It's more or less like this person sizes you up, and I mean, they see you in a very high light, you know what I mean? But it it's gonna require too much from them, and I feel that's what my throat is getting dry, excuse me. This is a new thing where I do readings and my mouth gets dry. Like, that never happened before, but I don't know, man. That happens a lot now since I've moved. It's so strange. Anywho, but I feel that's part of what the reevaluation is. So it's interesting. This person feels less than. Them pulling back makes you feel less than, right? So you're questioning yourself, right? And you're both in this state of reevaluating if you should keep trying, if you should keep waiting, if there's something you need to do different or what have you. They're on the fence on should we be together or not. And the main anchoring thing with you guys is the fact that you're something completely different for them. Like, that's not anything that they've never experienced someone like you before. However, in order to be with you, it's knowing that they have to get control over whatever this little addiction issue is that's going on, and they need to gain control. Well, not gain control, but they would have to be vulnerable. They would have to open themselves up and be vulnerable and be willing to put the work into a partnership, you know? But as it stands for this month, it seems that this is still kind of in transit, in so many words. It's still kind of trying to figure that out, because, and then I would even say the same thing for you, cross-watcher person. There would be a need for you to look at this too, is to ask yourself if this is something that you really want to be a part of. Like, granted, you do feel these things, but do you want to be with someone who makes you feel out of control, or not pretty, or, you know, not cherished, not adored, and things of the sort? And if the effort that you're putting in is really bearing fruit, in so many words. And if this person is anything remotely different than what you've usually dealt with, in a sense like they treat you differently than other people do, then that's something you may want to evaluate. You know what I'm saying? So, Leo, that's what I have for you. I'm gonna go ahead and go over to Vimeo, my website, YouTube members, and Patreon, and do you guys extended. And over there, we're going to look at how this person thinks and feels about you at present, my friend. So if you're about that life, follow me over there. If not, I still love your face, and I will see you guys sooner than later. Deuces.